Last time on Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. Memories from a lazy thunderstorm. Lying on a hill, staring at the sky. The thunder came in after the day's calm. Watching the clouds roll, I say, oh my. It's just the angels bowling, said my mom. An Azulian flash sends me inside, running for comfort and a teddy bear. I reached the door as the thunderclap replied, looking for that comforting hug to share. 'Tis hard to take a nap when the thunder booms. With cocoa and board games I do abide. Chase Mr. Green throughout the clue board's rooms. Beat Dad at Scrabble, thus my beaming pride. I wave at Thor as he goes on his way. Love spending my time in on a rainy day. Why, hello, my friends. Hello, welcome to Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. I am your friendly neighbourhood Shakespeare, and it is time to write a sonnet together. Today we are going to create something unique, something special, and maybe a little bit silly together. You can watch the show, and I do hope you are watching it live on Facebook, my Facebook page, facebook.com/Shakespeare Approves, on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Shakespeare Approves, and twitch.tv/Nat21Adventures. Many thanks to my dear friend Paolo Garbanzo for supplying that channel for me. And you can also support the show. You can do so by buying me a cup of coffee at coffee.com/Shakespeare and become a Patreon of the arts at patreon.com/Shakespeare. Tiers start at $3, go all the way up to $30. And there's a bunch of wonderful stuff in there. And make sure that you follow me on all the right places. Of course, that Facebook channel and that YouTube channel, but also on Instagram and Twitter, and mayhap even TikTok. Because why not? How you doing, Internet? Are you having a good day? Let's start things off with a cup of coffee here. It's not my nice noisy slurp that begins Shakespeare's Coffee Break. That's coming back in September. Stick around. I have the official opening day of that show ready to go. But let's get things started, shall we? I believe that we should get a move on here. So we're talking about sonnets. So what is a sonnet? Well, frankly, a sonnet is a poem, and it has some rules. Here we go. There are 14 lines in a sonnet. Each line has, each stanza, I should say, has 4 lines, and there's 3 of those. The first line, line A, rhymes with the third line, line C. The second, line B, rhymes with the fourth, line D. And you repeat that formula for all 3 stanzas. Now, you do not need to exactly follow that formula, meaning, the first line always rhymes with the third line, which is going to be the same as the next first line. You don't need to do that, in case you're wondering. You close it all with a rhyming couplet, and it's written in iambic pentameter, which means there are 10 syllables per line. And you can go to 11 syllables, and that is a nice big word, hendacasyllabic. Everyone say that with me. Hendacasyllabic, if the need arises. So, clear as mud? Let's get down to it then, shall we? So, stop throwing your suggestions of what we're going to write about today into the comments, and I will bring it up. I'm also going to put through on my spectacles here, so I can more easily see what is happening. All of you so far this morning wishing us a happy a happy Wednesday, a happy birthday. What? No, my birthday is not right now. But Screaming Dragon on Twitch, good morning. Lady Prudence, good morrow. Oh, friend of the show and cast member on Nat21 Adventures with me right now. Top of the morning to you, Connor O'Carrig. Well met. Johnny O, Twitch says, or Wednesday writing sonnets with Shakespeare. Yes, this is a special Wednesday edition. I'm not available tomorrow morning, but I am available today. So thank you all for joining. Barbara Gigley, good morrow over on Facebook. Sally on Twitch, good morning. So what are we writing about today? Lady Prudence has a suggestion. Getting motivated for the day, getting out of bed. That is fantastic. I like that one quite a lot. I will let you know that my motivation was knowing I had to do this. I didn't want to get out of bed, but it's like, I gotta go do the show. I told everyone I was going to do it. So that's where we are right here. So getting motivated for the day, getting out of bed, suggested by Lady Prudence. Sally says, baked goods or baking? Excellent choice. Connor says, I can have a happy unbirthday. Yes, thank you. A very merry unbirthday to you too, as well, Connor Carrig. So, let me get this document ready here. All right. So, if you're wondering what is that man tappily tapping so far, I will show you all in a moment. If you are new, and if you're not new, then you already know what I'm doing. All right, and let's close that one out because I don't need it, and I'm going to minimize that one because I do need it later. I have so many windows and scripts open. It's phenomenal. I'm apparently a hoarder, and that extends into the digital realm, and it is not something that I am particularly fond of for myself. But Lady Prudence, I forgot to put this on last night for our all bard party, but there we go. There's my little bard pin. Right there. Yes, for I'm your bardatron on that 21. So let's see. Going back into the comments. Screaming Dragon said, last week's inspired an odd one, the to don't list. Oh, with our thunderstorm. Kana says, getting out of bed is easier when you do what you love. It really is. It really, really is. And also when you make a promise to yourself and say, I'm going to go do that. So, yes. Johnny O says, ode to the fire pit. I need to get a fire pit. I really do. I've been meaning to. Write about the evolution of language. Oh, that's not difficult at all, Tau Monster. I like it. I just am not so sure I'm quite prepared for it. But let's see. We have several topics. Let's go through them all again. Getting motivated for the day / getting out of bed. Baked goods or baking. Ode to the fire pit. And the evolution of language. Goodness gracious me. And Lady Prudence says, a bard pin, air quotes around bard, in case the instrument / quill didn't give it away, and she needs one. I got it from Dr. Gus. That's where I got it from. And also, you know, like you like to advertise. You like to advertise. Like, hey, here's where I am. Also, roll for initiative. By the way, for any of you watching on twitch.tv / Nat21 Adventures, and thus you're a fan of Nat21 Adventures, we are getting we are getting copper and I think steel Nat 21s, so D21s we're going to be getting. So check those out. I'm harassing Paolo Garbanzo as we speak to say, I need this, I need it now in my life, send it to me now. Why aren't you sending it to me now? Why isn't it faster? Why is the mail service so slow? You get. Reverend Tommy said he was actually motivated this morning and did some early morning baking of some beer bread to treat his chaste treasure ladies this weekend. Oh, well, God love you, good sir. Cheers. Cheers to you. Oh. And if you see the tea bag and you're like, oh, Shakespeare's drinking tea this morning? No, I'm drinking coffee. It's a coffee tea bag. There we go. Shakespeare's drinking coffee, as per usual. Coffee or water. Tea rarely. I mean, I'm not against tea. I just like coffee better. So let us, let us figure this out. Tau Monster, in terms of writing about the evolution of language, says that I can handle it. I created a lot of words. Thank you. You're so very kind. And then Connor says, talk about a challenge, the evolution of language, not a specific language in itself, just language in general. You know what we can do? We might maybe do that. Urk got up with a grunt. So did his descendant Jeff. What followed next was quite absurd. Urk said, and Jeff said, is there coffee left? And you're welcome. You know what? Evolution of language sounds a lot of fun, though. Reverend Tommy says, ode to the sonnet. Oh, that's fun. We could potentially do that as well. So, all right, let's vote over there in the comments. So we have a brand new one, ode to the sonnet. We have evolution of language. I'm sorry, wrong one. Evolution of language, ode to the fire pit, and baked goods or baking, getting motivated for the day. Give me your votes in the comments. Connor, you're sucking up to me. I see. Brilliant work on Urk and Jeff. Oh, goodness gracious. Sometimes it's really all about amusing yourself. And I keep looking at the wrong camera because my external camera isn't working for me this morning, and I don't know why. So, do I need to shut it down and restart? But I don't have that kind of time. So, Lord. All right. Nicole Photographer. Hello. Crashing the party a little late. Well, brilliant, Nicole. Very glad to have you here. We're just still deciding what we're writing about today. So, again, just one more time for Nicole's sake. Are we talking about getting motivated for the day? Getting out of bed? Baked goods and or baking? Are we talking about an ode to the fire pit? Are we writing about the evolution of language, or is it an ode to the sonnet? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'd say down below, but for me, it's over there. So that's where it is. So let me know. Meantime, let me let you know what's coming up. Of course, not tomorrow Thursday, but most Thursdays, of course, watch Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare here on twitch.tv/nat21adventures, facebook.com/shakespeareapproves, and youtube.com/shakespeareapproves. That's Thursdays at 9 a.m. You can join me, your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, as the Metatron. Once again, I'm back in the role I originated on Nat21 Adventures, Tuesdays at 8 p.m, twitch.tv. And, of course, join me starting next weekend, Labor Day weekend, at the Connecticut Renaissance Fair. That runs Labor Day weekend through October 17th. So lots to do, friends. So go do all of the things. And, of course, remember, support the show. Buy me a cup of coffee. Go to coffee.com/Shakespeare. It's ko-fi.com/Shakespeare. Become a Patreon of the arts at patreon.com/Shakespeare. Tier start at $3, go all the way up to $30. There's a lot of fun stuff in there. So let's jump back over to the comments. Lady Prudence loves ode to the sonnet. Connor says, if he was to make a topic suggestion, it would be about a sonnet, making the world a happier place, one show at a time. Oh, that is a good idea. Screaming Dragon says, ode to getting motivated. A specific focus can let us delve deeply. Indeed. And Lady Prue says, this is the wholesome content she is here for. Well, you know what? Let us. I really like the concept. Ode to the sonnet. And Johnny O really wants his fire pit. Johnny O will do the fire pit in another episode. I promise you. Because you can make marshmallows. And so, ode to the sonnet, I think, shall win it. So, let's open up our document. Ode to the sonnet. And share the screen. with the window. And, oh, there we are, ode to the sonnet. All right, I'm going to expand the font size for it a little bit. Candy jar, of course, boom. The candy jar is lines that we like, but we're not quite sure what to do with them yet. So, and we're going to move that up like that, so we can utilize as much space as we can. So Connor says, "Ode to the sonnet for the win." So, oh goodness gracious, and Moobot from says, "Keep up with the social media adventures and announcements by following Nat 21 Adventures Instagram." So go do that. And Connor loves the globe in the background. That's class. I do try. So here, you know what? Let's look at more of the globe. Boom! Oh wow! Look at this place. This is nice. Very, very nice. Yes, this is a nice place. Yeah, I like it. It's good. I keep looking at the wrong damn camera. What the holy God am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I don't know. All right, but let's get down to brass tacks, my friends. Ode to the sonnet. Let's put in our lines. Let's see. Sally says, "Iambic pentameter, where art thou?" That is a fun line to start. Iambic pentameter, where art thou? Iambic pentameter, where art thou? Yes, but I'm also going to make it wherefore. What did I spell it wrong? Yeah, there we go. Wherefore art thou? Why are you iambic pentameter? Why? So, let's see. Ode to a place for ruminations, or oh, very good, Lady Prue. Ode to a place for ruminations. I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Ode to a place for ruminations, or line by line we create a great poem, says Screaming Dragon. Line by line we create a great poem. And that's an internal rhyme right there. Create a great. Well done. Your rhythm and rhyme do tell a story. Your rhythm and rhyme do tell a story. To see a page empty, begging for thoughts. See a page empty, begging for thoughts. Rachel, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Today it is the Ode to the Sonnet. We're writing about sonnets. Connor, read. Will I use 10 words where one would suffice? Screaming Dragon, counting out words to get the right count. There we go. All right, we have some very good suggestions here. I'm thinking the opening line might be, to see a page empty, begging for thoughts. So let's start there. So, to see a page empty, begging for thoughts. Where do we go from there? Out of what we already have at the moment, to see a page empty, begging for thoughts. See a page empty, begging for thoughts. And here's the fun thing, friends. The scariest thing to me, here, let me take this away for just a moment. Oh, wrong one. The scariest thing to me is, as a performer of over 20 years, professionally for 22, I've been getting up on stages since I was 7 years old. The scariest thing to me is not an audience. It's not even the fear that happens, that an audience isn't going to like me. Rather, the scariest thing is this empty page. To see a page empty, begging for thoughts. So, Lady Prue, you nailed it in one. Yes, you did, my friend. To see a page empty, begging for thoughts. That is that's the nightmare scenario of what do I write? So, goodness gracious. So let's get back into it. To see a page empty, begging for thoughts. To see a page empty, begging for thoughts. Here's a line for me. Knowing I must need put something there. So that's my line. Sally, the terror I feel as my brain goes numb. Oh, that is a good line, Sally. The terror I feel as my brain goes numb. Oh, Johnny O has a little bit of us here. Kindness, ovation, goodness, and praise. A glorious home wrapped up in a bonnet. It will outlast you through all of your days. A favor was given inside the sonnet. Oh, that is clever and pretty, Johnny. Oh, well done. Lady Prue, moved by love and loss, metaphors and rhymes, couch this life in poetry and beauty. Oh, very, very good. So, moved by love and loss, metaphors and rhymes, couch this life in poetry and beauty. Johnny O! So many great country jar lines right now. Joy, excitement, as I put pen to page. So many good suggestions, dear friends. Well done, all of you. All right. See a page empty, begging. To see a page empty, begging for thoughts, knowing I must need write something down there. Sally has another line. The intent of my words come to fruition. All right, I have two lines writ. Okay. All right. So going with the fear factor here, how's this for an opening stanza? To see a page empty, begging for thoughts, knowing I must, need, write something down there. And yet my brain is all tied up in knots. Will what I put down be no better than air? I am not unhappy with this so far. Let's keep moving. So let us oh right. So Sally says Sally has doubled up on her intent of her words, comes to fruition. Writing sonnets has become an addiction. It really has. It really has for me. That's fun. At last it is I who shaped the world. At last it is I who shaped the world. I love that. Proof. At last it is I who shaped the world. I am praises, says Johnny O. Now look, I am on it. Iambic praises. Now look, I am on it. Words flow like a river out of my pen. Words flow like a river out of my pen. So let us go through this again one more. To see a page empty, begging for thoughts, knowing I must, need, write something down there. And yet my brain is all tied up in knots. Will what I put down be no better than air? Terror I feel as my brain goes numb. Like that. The Conor O'Carrick line here, but I'm going to alter it slightly. So the terror I feel as my brain goes numb, counting syllables to get the right count. Count this joy. Joy excitement as I put pen to my page, I think is going to start our third stanza real quick. So I'm going to take it right now. All right, let's see. terror I feel as my brain goes numb, counting syllables to get the right count. Sally, that's perfect. Create the words I have to succumb. To create the words I have to succumb. Sally, that's perfect. Going right in. To create the words I have to succumb. All right, here we go. To see a page empty, begging for thoughts, knowing I need write something down. There. And yet my brain is all tied up in knots. Well, will what I put down be no better than air? The terror I feel as my brain goes numb, counting syllables to get the right count, to create... Excuse me for not muting myself while I sneeze. The terror I feel as my brain goes numb, counting syllables to get the right count, to create the words I have to succumb. The creative... I have to succumb. The creative fever, it stops to mount. Joy, and now we're on to our third stanza. Joy, excitement as I put pen to my page. All right, I'm writing down some other lines right here real quick. From Lady Prue. Amongst mere players lost behind curtains furled. I wouldn't call people mere players. At that. Oh, that goes with the eye shape as well. So let's move that. And then the kindest ink nobles can afford, you earn more coin with a pen than a sword. Oh, I like that. The kindest ink the nobles can afford, you earn more coin with the pen than the sword. Well done. I can either appease or I can enrage, Stanley says. Good. Lady Prue says, merely players were your word, Shakespeare. Yes. However, you're taking them out of context. That's all I can say. Out of context. And as my dear friend Gwendolyn is fond of saying, take a drink of your drink. I adore her. I need to get her on here. Oh my goodness. And we're going to get Lady Prue back on the show as well at some point soon. Although internet down at the New York Renaissance Fair is historically not great. So let's see. Joy, excitement as I put pen to page. Joy, excitement as I put pen to page. The intent of my words comes to fruition. I like this one right here. I think this is a Sally line too. The intent of my words comes to fruition. I can either appease or I can enrage. Good. And writing sonnets has become an addiction. So here we go. Lady Prue says, I want the final couplet to be about the sonneter embracing the power and responsibility. Well, with great power comes great responsibility. So here's what we have so far, my friends. C, a page empty, begging for thoughts, knowing I must, need, write something down there. And yet my brain is all tied up in knots. What will I put down? Will what I put down be no better than air? The terror I feel as my brain goes numb, counting syllables to get the right count. To create the words I have to succumb, the creative fever, it stops to mount. Joy, excitement as I put pen to page, the intent of my words comes to fruition. I can either appease or I can enrage. Writing sonnets has become an addiction. All right. And let's see. So going with Lady Prue's desire for the final couplet to be about the sonneter embracing power and responsibility, just like Spider-Man. There are a couple we can look at for a moment here. So there's this couplet right here from Lady Prudence. Amongst mere players lost behind curtains furled, at last it is I who shape the world. That is going mad with power. All right. From Johnny O. Twitch, the kindest ink the nobles can afford, you earn more coin with the pen than the sword. That one is also nice. It's incredibly mercenary. But, you know, that's what this is. This is a job. We are writing for pay. That's what we're doing. I mean, yes, there is great satisfaction that happens inside of this. I would not be doing were it otherwise. However, it's a job. So, but neither of those is fully satisfying here. So let us look at the rest of the candy jar lines. Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. All right, it's not quite there. To write comes with great responsibility. Oh, 11. To write comes with great responsibility. Oh, I can move mountains with this ability. To write comes with great responsibility. So there's our Spider-Man line right there, Lady Prue. I can move mountains with this ability. To write comes with great responsibility. Mm. I can move mountainous sensibility. Oh, there we go. There we go. Mountainous sensibility. I can move mountainous sensibility. To write comes with great responsibility. Oh, I like that. And then these two lines here. Though with wit and words I have often sparred, there's no greater life than that of a bard. I think those that should go into. I'm going to write that down. I love that. Through wit and words, I've often. I'm writing that in a different note. So what was that? Through wit and words, I've often sparred. Through wit and words, I have often sparred. No greater life than art. I like it. So here is our poem for today, my friends. I think we have it. So, and let's see. To see a page empty, begging for thoughts, knowing I must, need, write something down there. And yet my brain is all tied up in knots. Will what I put down be no better than air? The terror I feel as my brain goes numb, counting syllables to get the right count. To create the words, I have to succumb. The creative fever, it starts to mount. Joy, excitement, as I put pen to page. The intent of my words comes to fruition. I can either appease or I can enrage. Writing sonnets has become an addiction. I can move mountainous sensibility. To write comes with great responsibility. I'm liking this a lot. Lady Prudence is taking unimaginable pride in that. She's been the opening line of every time she joins the stream. So you know what? You know what? We're going to move it. We're going to move it. We're just going to start it. I swear. No. You are. And what do we title this? What do we title this? I think simply an ode to the sonnet works. So, all right, and let us. Let us change this font to be different and pretty. All right, where are we going here? Let's see. There we go. Sit down, prose. Sit down, prose. Sit down, prose. All right. So, let us do a screenshot here. Oh, need to shrink it slightly. Make it bigger. And then I'm going to do a screenshot. And now what I'm doing, friends, if you're like, what is Shakespeare doing now? Shakespeare is making sure that I have it available and that I have it in the right sizing so I can put it up on screen. All right, so, all right. So, bear with me, my friends. Bear with me. All right. And there we go. And it takes an extra moment to get everything done. Add overlay. Here we go. Come on. Okay. So, that being said, let us go. Let us start wrapping up the show. So, my friends, this has been Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. Oh, goodness gracious. This has been Writing Sonnets with Shakespeare. I am your friendly neighborhood Shakespeare, and I'd like to thank all of you for joining me for this day. Again, make sure you like and subscribe to me on all the places. Facebook and YouTube, both Shakespeare Approves in both locations. And you can also watch the show at twitch.tv/nat21adventures. Also, like and follow me on Instagram, Shakespeare Approves, Twitter at Shakes Approves, even TikTok. If you want to support the show, you certainly can by buying me a cup of coffee at coffee.com/Shakespeare, or become a Patreon of the art at patreon.com/Shakespeare. Tiers start $3, go all the way up to $30, and lots of rewards available. There's also going to be new merchandise available at the Connecticut Renaissance Fair. We have new out damp spot removers, which means Stephen Eldridge, I'm sending you yours now. I'm so sorry for the delay, my friend. And I'm going to have the Shakespeare pins. We're getting scarves, getting stickers, and the new coffee is on its way too. Join me next week at Thursday, 9 a.m. For the next show. It's going to be a very good time. Tuesday night, twitch.tv/nat21adventures for nat21adventures. And then join me starting next weekend at the Connecticut Renaissance Fair. It's a truly glorious time to be able to have all of you here. And I'm so very honored that you share your mornings once a week with me. Let's go out with the poem we wrote together today. An ode to the sonnet. To see a page empty, begging for thoughts, knowing I need write something down there, and yet my brain is all tied up in knots. Will what I put down be no better than air? The terror I feel as my brain goes numb, counting syllables to get the right count. To create the words, I have to succumb. The creative fever, it starts to mount. Joy, excitement as I put pen to page. The intent of my words come to fruition. I can either appease or I can enrage. Writing sonnets has become an addiction. I can move mountainous sensibility. To write comes with great responsibility.